Ironing out the logistics of your move can be a headache, so let Behringer Moving and Storage handle it for you. Visit BehringerMoving.com.
Good evening and welcome into the Monday, December 8th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news today with details on an officer-involved shooting over the weekend, here's Ariana Mack.
That's correct, Rob. A Hickory man was killed in an officer-involved shooting on Saturday at approximately 4:20 p.m. A trooper with the North Carolina State Highway Patrol was dispatched to a collision on Grace Chapel Road in Granite Falls. Prior to the officer's arrival, it was reported by first responders on the scene that an involved party was armed with a handgun. The trooper arrived at the collision scene and encountered the armed individual. The individual, identified as 48-year-old Scott Patrick Siegel of Hickory, continued to display a handgun and was not complying with the officer's demands. The trooper fired and struck the suspect. The suspect was secured and aid was immediately rendered. The suspect was transported from the scene but was pronounced deceased shortly thereafter. The officer was unharmed. In accordance with the agency protocol, in any trooper-involved shooting, the involved officer will be placed on administrative duty. The North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation is conducting an independent investigation of the incident. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Ariana Mack.
Thanks, Ariana. A prison escapee has been captured. 42-year-old Roy Burgess was captured this morning by agents from the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, or SLED, and deputies with the York County, South Carolina Sheriff's Office. As WHKY.com and WHKY Radio previously reported, Burgess escaped Sunday afternoon from Lincoln Correctional Center, a minimum security prison in Lincolnton. He was serving a 1 to 2 year sentence for larceny with a release date scheduled for January 2027. He has a record of low-level felonies going back nearly 20 years. He will remain incarcerated in South Carolina while awaiting extradition back to North Carolina. The escape remains under investigation by state authorities. Fire destroyed an Alexander County poultry operation Friday night. According to our news partner WACB, units were dispatched to a working chicken house blaze on Curley School Lane, north of Taylorsville, at approximately 9:50 p.m. Friday. Sugarloaf, Taylorsville, and Vashti's fire departments were on the scene, but the flames engulfed the structure, which was occupied by approximately 9,000 birds, according to Alexander County Fire Marshal Chris Hicks. The cause of the fire has not yet been determined. Well, congratulations are in order for a member of the WHKY ownership group who just wrapped up a distinguished military career. Major Christopher Long officially retired as Director of Maintenance Operations at the 315th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron at Joint Base Charleston. Major Long entered the Air Force on active duty in September of 1999 as an aircraft electrical and environmental control specialist. He served in various roles until leaving active duty to join the Air Force Reserves in 2007. After 14 years as an enlisted maintainer, he was selected for the Deserving Airman Commissioning Program. Major Long was commissioned by the Acting Secretary of the Air Force and received his commission from the Officer Training School, Maxwell Air Force Base, Montgomery, Alabama. Major Long served in several roles and took over Maintenance Operations Director in October of 2024. His retirement ceremony was held this past Saturday at Charleston Air Force Base. All of us here at WHKY are privileged to know Chris, and I personally would like to thank you for your service. In today's crime report, a Raleigh man has been charged with sex offenses in Burke County. Plus, we'll have reports on multiple arrests from both Ariana Mack and David Cedrone. In local sports, Jason Savage has a wrap-up of a very busy weekend in local sports. In Community Focus, we will have a report on the early reopening of a road in Iredell County. We're on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2 and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and at 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.